Get back. Peace. Two people is enough. We'll get going. Real quick, confidence cycle. Uh, you probably heard that old thing about the old saying, if you can do something for 28 days, you can create a new cycle. Well, let's talk about the one aspect of the science behind that. But first, let's just deal with the word confidence. What is confidence? And just breaking it down, the word starts out with the root. What's happening, Prince Nakeem? Confidence has the root or the prefix confidence has the prefix "con," and "con" means with. Feet, the inside of the word confidence, you also have the actual root, which is fide. Here it is. Okay? Con, with, fide, faith, state. The state of being with faith is confidence. Okay? Now, many of y'all are probably familiar. If you ever been to church, you heard that scripture reference, and it's James chapter 2 verse 20, and it says faith without works is dead. Okay, now this is where the whole thing of the 28-day cycle comes in. Faith has to already be there, because faith is what gets you to even initiate the cycle. But that the toiling of the cycle is what further develops and builds the faith. The science is that why 28 days? Well, it's actually because the moon cycle is 28 days. And interestingly enough, many of you probably already know this, the god Osiris was said to be 28 when he died, quote unquote. Okay? And that coincides with the moon cycle. What that really means is that what makes the 28, yes. Okay, go ahead. What makes the 28 significant? One thing is that 2 and 8 equals 10. 1 plus 0 equals 1. It's whole. Okay, that's 1. So Osiris was whole, all right, before he was split up. Go ahead. Go. as that applies to us and getting things done and accomplishing things. Henry, stop. Get up and just walk. All right. It applies in the manner that with those 28 days, what really is going on is you've completed 4 weeks, 4 sevens. Now, yesterday we talked about the number 4, which is Arba in Hebrew and Arabic, and I think it's abrir. Abrir in Spanish is the to be form, which is basically the same thing. In Spanish, it means to open. In Hebrew, symbolically, the 4 represents form. It's a number of form. When you go through 28 days, it is not just the 28, it's that you've gone through the 4 cycles of 7. So 4 is form. So you're looking to accomplish something. That's why it's on a mystical level, why it's important to be able to peace, Phoenix power. That's why it's important to be able to lock in on something for 28 days. All right? Peace, Erica. Yeah, I'm back. Making a rare 2 in a row. Oh man, days. But this is all just basic stuff. It's 28. 4 sevens. Moon cycles 28 days. A lot of this stuff we know. Peace, Doreen. A lot of this stuff we know. But what I want to say though is that I don't say a lot of stuff. I'm saying try to say it fast. Is that what is the biggest deterrent to confidence? Because you are applying yourself through a cycle to actually build your confidence. It's already there. You don't create confidence. Confidence is always there. It is a developed quality though. Okay? So over those 28 days, the moon moves extremely fast. We know that. And the moon is the planet of emotion. Okay? So that means in those 28 days, you've had to fluctuate through all types of emotions. Okay? So if you can have some simple task that you can be steadfast with throughout those 28 days when you've been through all these peaks and valleys, and we all do it, we vacillate through the emotional cycles of the moon through those 28 days. That helps to solidify whatever you're looking to do, and then you build up something called momentum. It's all about, everything's about energy. You build up something called momentum. And that momentum then gives you the extra oomph to keep on moving, all right? When you build up that momentum, you also start seeing results. Now, but here is the tricky part, though. And I want to say this is universal what I'm talking about. It's universal for adopting a new fitness plan or improving your health. You know, it's universal for working magic. You know, don't set up an altar and do something if you can't do it for at least 28 days. What's the point of starting if you can't do it for at least 28 days? But this is where the work comes in. In addition to, let's say if you're working with your altar or whatever, actual physical grunt work, which is what we call earth energy basically, the actual grunt work of doing something helps to activate what is going on a more, if we dare say, abstract plane. There go that word, abstract. Abstract just because we just can't see it with our natural eyes right in front of us. So you work what you can work, what you actually can touch. You work that to coincide with what you can't quote unquote see or you can't actually touch. And you marry those two to make things happen. Okay? Along the way though, tell you one of the most detrimental things to confidence and fulfilling a confidence cycle is comparison. Yeah, comparison. When I was competing, you know, you can look great in the mirror by yourself. Look at yourself and you're like, oh man, my abs are coming in. I see my quadriceps separating. Oh, my bicep is starting to split. And if you work out, you know what, if you really work out, you know what I mean by a split bicep. That's why it's called a bicep. It's two. So when you get lean enough, you can see the split in the muscle, in the belly of the muscle. You can actually see the two heads of the bicep separate. You're looking great. Then you go to the show, and you got to get on stage and be compared to other people. Or you behind stage pumping up before you go on stage, and everybody's starting to warm up, and you're oiled up. You know, you got the dumbbells back there, and you're pumping up, and everybody's kind of looking around because everybody want to kind of see what the other people look like, and it's like the doubt can start creeping in if you're not careful. And then the doubt starts to creep in and your body starts to produce something called cortisol. And cortisol makes you smooth. Because cortisol creates inflammation in the body because it's doing that to try to accommodate stress. But for a bodybuilder, that's the worst thing you want to happen, especially on the day of your show. Because that cortisol can rise and then your body just starts to look smooth. All your separation in your muscles, you know, it looks like you can make you look like you out of shape. And you're not. Then you go on stage and they start doing call outs, you know. Number 25, move to the middle. And you were in the middle and they moved you to the outside. Oh no, now you're worrying about, oh man, they compared me, but I'm not in the running because they moved me on the outside of the line. They're not trying to compare me. So everything comes back to just the whole institution of comparison itself. And compare means, comb means next, pair equal. You're being put next to someone in this attempt to say, are you equal? And there's no such thing as equal. No such thing. So we sometimes sabotage ourselves by falling into the comparison trap. And it can derail you inside of that 28-day cycle from just doing the simple grunt work to stick to something. Did you take it from her? Did you take it from her? Okay, will you share with her, please? Can you help your sister out? More, get away from the steps. Go ahead and don't share with you. Damn. Okay. So inside of this cycle, we can get derailed by comparison. We are in a world where we're constantly being compared to somebody else or to something. You know, how many followers do you have? Oh, and it's like we're living in a perpetual high school. It's like high school never ends. You know, popularity contests and look what I got. Why you ain't got what I got? It's cause you ain't popping. You know what I'm saying? So it's comparison. And what comparison can do, it can shatter your confidence. Because you know what? You stop looking at you and you start looking at other people. Before you look at yourself, you look at the next person. The first question, do you have, yeah, do you have Instagram? Exactly. Yeah, it's like, you're not, are you a part of the picture sharing network? But yeah, we are driven to look outward at other people and set our trajectory for where our lives are going, our souls are going. Okay? And here's the dangerous part about comparison. And we can all fall prey to this. Comparison breeds jealousy. Shit, I'm gonna have to wrap this up. Come on, boy, come here. You wanna come down here with me? Baby, please get that back to her and stop agitating her. You ain't got patience? This is what it looks like to develop patience. Boy. So, comparison can breed jealousy. Jealousy is the same word as jail, and it traps. It can entrap you. Yourself, then what do you do with yourself? Exactly. What do you do with yourself? What do you do? The answers come when you start looking. Okay, all right, come on then, come on. Okay, so they want me off of here, obviously. They tripping. The prisoners are bugging out. So let's wrap it up with this. It is important for you to know that each and every one of us has gifts and has potential. So that regardless of what you see around you, you can know that you can alter your situation and improve it. Okay? And to some degree, you know, each of us has to resist the urge to compare ourselves. Life is not a bodybuilding show. Okay? Okay, baby. Okay. All right. It's a tough one. Okay. So, that's going to wrap it up. Don't do that. But I hope that encourages somebody. Hey, remember to stay down till you get up. When you get up, stay down. Peace.